Parenthood means taking on the responsibility of caring for your children and also, well, being an example myself. I would have to be an example so that kids could follow me. It's not enough to just birth children, but you have to lead by example and just direct them, direct their path. My name is Maggie Garnier. Being a parent is hard work and you got to be dedicated. I was working at that time, I was working at Columbia University in HR, and getting to work was like almost 2 hours to go, 2 hours to come back. And, when I was pregnant, I was like, how am I going to do that, And it was hard.
Hey, before we drop into this episode, I want you guys to do me a favor. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment down your thoughts on these topics that we're having. We want to continue these conversations down in the comments. So make sure you comment and make sure you turn on that bell so you can get our episodes every Thursday at 6 p.m. All right, now enjoy the episode.
Ippy, that's it.
Welcome to Ippy That Said Podcast. I'm your host, Caleb Knight, the good guy that's here to have no BS conversations, man. Look, Season 3, Episode 20, aka Season 3, Episode 4. You guys already know this is all about connections, as I truly believe that connections is what makes you you. And without further ado, I am so happy to be here, man. I'm so happy to be in the studio because I have a guest with me here today. She wears many hats. You know what I'm saying? She's a mother. You feel me? She's an artist. You know what? I'm not even going to toot your own horn for you. But without further ado, let's welcome Miss Maggie to the studio, man. Clap it up for her. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, how you feeling? How you feeling?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. I'm so happy you're here. I'm so happy you're here.
This place is nice.
Thank you. Thank you. We try. $10,000 studio. You feel me? But yeah, please go ahead. Introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are and what you do.
My name is Maggie Garnier. I am a mother of 3, a wife, a mother of 3, a singer and artist, also an actress.
Come on now.
So I do wear many hats.
Oh, yeah.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm so glad you're here. So we're going to get straight into it. This topic, we're going to be talking about parenthood, but most importantly, motherhood. So we're going to start with the question of the night. What does parenthood mean to you?
Parenthood. Parenthood means a lot.
Ooh, let us have it. Let us hear it.
Parenthood means taking on the responsibility of caring for your children. And also, well, being an example myself. I would have to be an example so that kids could follow me. It's not enough to just birth children, but you have to lead by example and just direct them, direct their path.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Parenthood is all about being the example. I like that you said that. You said it's not just birthing the child. Because that's what's been going on lately. People just birth the child. People just birthing the child and they let the grandma handle it. You feel me? And then it's just like, how is that working? You're the parent. You're supposed to lead by example. You know what I'm saying? But you said it's about taking care of your children. How does that look for you? You know what I'm saying? Connecting with your children. How did you manage to build that connection with your children?
Well, first when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, whoa, is this really happening? And Lord, please help me. How am I? Okay, everything I ate, I was really like, should I be eating this? Should I be eating that? And I turned vegetarian. I was afraid to eat meat. I heard so many things about eating meat, when you're pregnant. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a vegetarian.
Wow.
So I was a vegetarian for like a while.
A while?
I was a vegetarian for a while. And then I had my first child. And it was a beautiful experience. But after my second and third, I was no longer vegetarian.
You're
I
like
don't know.
one
I
and
was,
done.
I was eating meat like crazy. What's happening here? So, but one day, who knows? I may turn back to being a vegetarian.
So how is it being a vegetarian? Like, what is that lifestyle like?
Just eating healthy food, greens, and I had fish. I love fish.
Okay.
While I was pregnant, they were feeding me a lot of legumes. I love me some legumes.
Come on now. Yes, sir.
And my firstborn, he came out like a big, strong baby.
Come on now.
8
Is that
pounds,
legume for real?
Randall, big strong baby, and because people were afraid, they were like, "Oh, you're a vegetarian. The baby's not gonna be as strong. You need your strength. You have to have some meat." And I said, "I'm okay." And it turned out fine.
Yeah, it turned out fine.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Oh man, it's I like this already. I ain't gonna lie. I like this guy. I know Randall. Randall is a real strong man. Pause. That's my guy.
Yeah.
But let's talk about it. Let's dive in a little bit more, right? So misconception about parenthood. What are some that you've heard? What are some that you know about that you want to let the people know about when it comes to parenthood?
Well, being a parent is hard work. It's hard work, and you got to be dedicated. I was working at that time. I was working at Columbia University in HR, and getting to work was like almost 2 hours to go, 2 hours to come back.
Sheesh.
And when I was pregnant, I was like, how am I gonna do that? Finally, we had to find a babysitter. Okay. And I was worried about that. I'm like, who's gonna take care of my child, when I'm gone, when I'm at work? And so we found someone from my church, that my husband's mother was close to her. And so she took care of my kids. She took care of all three of my kids. And I had them back to back.
Wow.
I had them back to back to back.
Wow.
Every year. They're close in age. So I would have Randall, and then I would go back to work.
Wow.
And then I'd get pregnant again, and I have Sophia. And then I go back to work. And then after that, with Alan, back to back. And so I had no time to really heal, to really take a break.
Yeah.
And it was hard. And then traveling all the way to Columbia and Harlem and coming back. And then I have to cook. I have to feed them. I have to, take care of them. And if they're sick, I have to leave work way out there to come back to take care of them. And, my boss wasn't happy.
Of course not.
Because, one child would get sick and he'll get better, and then the next child gets sick.
Wow.
And then the next child gets. So I'm like, okay, I have to leave. I'm sorry. And then that's how it was. It was very stressful.
Sheesh.
Very stressful.
I'm sorry about that. There's something I want to mention. You went back. You said when you first got pregnant, you was like, what is going on here? You feel me? So one of the misconceptions that we usually hear is that most people say, you got to get ready to have, children. How do you feel about that one?
You can't get ready for that.
Wow.
There's no way you could get ready for that. You could pray about it. Pray and ask God to help you to be ready. But that's about it. Everything else, it's like you could read books. There were books I was reading, like what to expect when you're expecting. Those books were very helpful. And also after the child is born, what you can expect from the child at what stage, at each stage of their life.
Oh, wow.
So those books were helpful.
Yeah.
But other than that, you on your own.
Yeah, because it's really, they don't teach you about parenthood.
They don't
It's
teach
literally like
you.
you learn as you go, or if you're graceful, you have grandparents. You know what I'm saying? Your mother, your father. You just go as you go.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You know, my mom, she's a professional. She's a lab technologist.
Wow.
So at the time, she was working. She was working in the hospitals.
Wow.
So, and, you know, so she helped the best she could. But, you know, we had to get a babysitter. And then, you know, I come home and I take care of the kids and stuff. And my mom would come when, you know, after work or in the weekend. She's helping like crazy.
Yeah.
But it was really tough because it's not like you know, she was here watching over the kids while I was at work.
So it was a constant back and forth between
constant back and forth. My aunt, she would come from Boston to help me. You know, she would spend like a week or two and tell me with the kids. So, you know, I've had some support from my side and my husband's side as well.
That's beautiful. You mentioned something. You said babysitters. I know how mothers are when it comes to their little babies. So how
let me tell you.
Yes, please tell us.
When we were trying to figure out who's going to take care of my kids, we were like, wow, I had a list of things. And when I was asking the questions, I was like, okay, how long have you been babysitting? Do you know you can't shake the baby? You know, even if you're upset, you can't shake the baby, you know. All sorts of, you know, things. I had a lot of questions, and she knew, thank God. She answered well, and I felt comfortable.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good. Another, you know, misconception they have is that they usually say once you have children, the parents' needs are usually now last, and the kid becomes the priority now. So is that something that's true? That's being said?
Yes, in a way, yeah. You know, and it's not, and it shouldn't be. But you're so occupied taking care of them. They're so vulnerable, you know. Every little thing, when you turn around, you gotta make sure, you know, they're not falling off the bed or falling off the chair, or you don't want them to choke in something. You know, it's like constant looking,
constantly on guard.
So yeah, you do lose. You have to put some things aside for now, for a while.
Till they could take care of themselves.
Yeah.
Whenever that is, because you know some don't really end up taking care of themselves. They still need mama. But yeah, nah. Bless. Oh good. Good. I wanted to say also, I've seen this on social media. I remember I seen this lady talking about, she's like, when you have children as a mother, you are technically born again, because you are born into now not just a woman or not just a wife, but now, you know, the other hat comes on to you now, which is a mother. So how do you think about that idea that they have?
Yeah, well, you're very protective. You become like a lion or a bear. You know, you're watching over them, and you're protecting them. So that, yeah, you're like, you're guarding the family. I mean, the husband is there to, you know.
Yeah, you know, the mother's
still,
ready.
It's like you're very protective of them, and your goal in life for them, you want them to be very successful and everything. So you, little by little, you teaching them the way. You know, it's you the responsibility is just so great. You know, you want them to learn this, you want them to learn that, you want them to learn. and you want to protect them from the things that's happening in the world.
Yeah, very important. That's
So
very important.
even now, I'm constantly talking. I'm talking in their ears. And Mom, we know. So please.
Yeah, I hear that. In terms of, so we are talking about parenthood. So in terms of, raising your children, how heavy is the male figure in the family? Because you said you have your husband with you. So is it just your husband that do the raising? We're in Caribbean household. The uncles step in too. You know what I'm saying? The brothers step in. So how does that go about? When it comes to raising the children, how heavy is the male presence in their lives?
To have a father in the house is so important.
Yeah.
They look up to their dad. They want to be like their dad.
Yes, that's amazing.
I was raised by a single mom.
Wow.
And she's the one that wore the hat. And I know how important it is to have a father figure. My husband is so hands-on in everything, with homework, with cooking.
Wow.
Everything he's hands-on. I didn't know he has younger siblings, so he's the one that was like teaching me how to change diapers and things like that, and feeding the children, because he had an experience with his younger siblings.
Wow, that's great.
And that was very helpful. So having the father there it sets them straight too.
Yeah.
If they don't listen to me, they're
gonna listen to Pops.
You're gonna have to listen to Pops.
For sure. That's a fact.
But yeah, having the father in your home is vital.
It's amazing. Yeah. I say that all the time too. Having a father figure is very important. Even if it's not, gracefully you have, a husband that could be their father, but just having a brother or uncle just be that father figure in their lives, I truly believe will make a difference in helping them grow.
Yeah. And to have a father that prays.
Oh, come on now. Talk about
it. They're watching their father praying. Wow. It's not like, praying in church is for the mother. It's for the father. They see their father kneeling down, prayer line. Wow. Even prayer line right now. Being an elder,
Yeah.
They see the importance of serving God. And so just being that way, they're watching, and prayerfully they're
learning.
able to be that way. Now and in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. Ooh, I want a little side note real quick. You know what I mean? They always say a mother's job is never done. Is that true or false? You feel me?
True. It's true. Because even now, my mom, I'm married with 3 kids. My mom is like, Maggie, go there. Where are you?
No way.
Don't go here, don't go there. I'm like, Mommy, okay. You're still not home? What happened? Where are you?
No way. No way.
It's like, at this age, yeah. So I know I'm going to be the same way.
It's a cycle.
And they're already tired of me, the kids, yeah.
But hey, I'm gonna say this though. Thank you. You feel me? Because believe it or not, we still need our moms. You know what I mean? Like even when you grow up, even when you have a family, you know what I'm saying? There's just something about having the mother, you know what I'm saying, or having both parents there to just still guide you through it all. Because your parents are your forever mentors. You feel me? So they are here literally through every single stage of your life.
Yep.
So when it comes to connections, parenthood are the biggest connections that we have, and they don't go away unless they die. R.I.P. But they are forever there.
Forever.
You know what I'm saying? And I truly believe that a connection between children and parents is so important. But it's a big thing that's not being realized in today's world. It's a big disconnect between the children and the parents, so I just want to know, like, for your case, how are you strengthening that connection? How are you strengthening that bond between you and your children?
Well, I always communicate with them
That's key.
every day. If I don't see them at a certain time, where are you?
Yeah.
If you're going out, where are you going?
Yeah.
Who's going with you? Um, I communicate. I talk to them. If I see them, they're sad, depressed. I'm like, what's going on? How is your day? Tell me, how is work? How is school?
Yeah.
And they sit down, they talk to me. They tell me.
That is the key.
Oh yeah.
So that's where I wanted to bring. So how you as a parent provide that safe space for them, because that's one of the main things that children have. The parents don't really give them a free space to speak without judging. You know what I'm saying? Or so how do you manage to provide that safe space?
I just have to be a good listener. You don't just attack them. You don't do that. You have to listen to why they did this, why they went there, why,
Yeah.
and I hear them out. Sometimes there's a lot of going back and forth,
Of course.
but I listen. That's really important.
That is
I
key.
hear them. And I try to understand their view. But everything for me as a Christian parent, it's like I have to go back on the word and
Yes.
say, okay, this is what you want to do, but look at what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanna go here, you wanna do this, but this is what the Bible says. Yeah.
You have to follow what the Bible says at the end. Now, that is true. That is
It's
true.
His word.
So then would you say that the connection doesn't even start from just when they're born? Would you say that the moment that you find out that you're pregnant, that's when you start to actually build that connection with your children?
Yeah, well, even before they were born, I was always praying, and because I always wanted a family. I didn't know when I would have a family, but I got a family, and I would pray before anything starts. When I was pregnant, I was praying before that.
Yeah. Setting the seed.
Yes, setting the seed. And while they were in my tummy, I'm singing, I'm praying, with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, in my while they're
they're in
kicking.
there, yeah.
I'm letting them hear music. I'm listening to sermons. I'm singing. I'm quoting scriptures.
Yeah.
Things like that. And the same thing, like when they were born, you have to do the same thing.
Yeah, and just keep the tradition going.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is amazing. You had mentioned a little something there where you said you were singing to them. Come on now. You were singing to them. Like I said, she wears many hats. She's also a singer. She's an artist. Would you say that passion of yours kind of stopped once you had your children, or was it going through while you had your children?
I didn't give it 100% because I was so busy. I used to sing every day, listen to music every day. I mean, I would still listen to music, but to actually rehearse and work on the vocals and stuff, that took a little back seat, and I felt bad about that. But I knew that I had to take care of my kids. I would do some rehearsal, but it wasn't the same.
Okay.
Until they got a little older, I started pushing myself to continue the work.
Okay.
Because this is whatever God gives you
as a gift, you got to use it. Yeah,
you have to,
because he will ask you. He's gonna ask you like, I gave you this. What did you do with it?
What did you do with the gift?
So
yeah. So I just kept at it after that, and what helped is I would put the kids in music too.
Yes.
I put them in piano lessons,
yeah,
drum lessons, violin lessons, everything you name it, thank God they were able to get into those good music schools
Wow. Okay.
and develop their skills.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was getting myself back to ministering and singing and rehearsing and working on the vocals like I should.
Yeah.
Because I was really rusty.
Of course. It's all that misconception of, putting everything last, putting yourself last and taking care of your children. So of course, having your passion be put to the side for now.
Mm-hmm. But now they're older. The dream is for us all to share the stage.
Wow.
In the ministry.
Right. Right? You really feel me? It's the connection. You made them and you kept them connected to the roots through music by putting them through music school. And now the big goal is to have that family band to share the stage together.
Share the stage
that is amazing.
And minister for the Lord.
That is amazing.
I want them to the opportunity to sing outside music was there.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't want to.
You wanted to stay?
I wanted to stay and continue ministering for the Lord. And I want them to, they're going to do what they want to do.
Of course. Of
But
course.
I want them to seek Him first.
Yes.
Seek God first. And
Everything
He will show
else.
you the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't think of self. Seek Him first.
Yeah, because the more you know Him, the more you'll know yourself anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So it's bound to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I want to focus a little bit more though on Maggie. Not the mother, you know what I'm saying? But mostly on Maggie. You know what I'm saying? Where did it all really start for you musically? You know what I'm saying? Where did it all start before you felt like this is what I want to do? This is my passion. Where did it start for you?
Well, my mother was a singer. She used to sing in a group called Celeste.
Okay.
And that group was very popular in the Haitian community, Haitian Adventist community.
Okay.
And they would have rehearsals in my mom's house.
Mm-hmm.
And we would the kids, the members of the group, their kids would come and, and we would just sit there and just watch them rehearse and listen to the pianists. Awesome pianist, Fleur, she passed away. And we just listened to them, the harmony and everything. And we're playing at the same time, but we're listening and we're learning. Yeah. And so from there, I just started singing with my sister and my cousin and my brother, Jubert, my other brother.
Okay.
He's a pianist. He would play for me in the church since 4 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, and Jubert, he played by ear. Just picked up by ear. And then he wanted to learn the piano, so he also took lessons later on in life.
Okay.
So it started with my mom. And she would bring albums to the house, a piano for us to learn. Yeah. And I started playing, but it wasn't for me.
Come on, everybody know where they're supposed to be. That's self-awareness when you know what's not for you. Yes, that's key.
So it was my sister and my brother who continued playing the piano. And then eventually it was just Jubert who continued playing the piano and writing songs and all that stuff. But it was really my mom that started everything.
Okay. So your mom started it, and then you kept the tradition alive. It really shows the connection really stayed through everybody.
Yeah,
you feel me?
Yeah.
So your mom started it. You started playing piano. You stopped, and then you kept with singing. You feel me? So singing, you say you want to stay with this ministry. What does this ministry mean so much for you that you want to stay in it and not go out? Because you said you had the opportunity to go out, but you decided to stay in the ministry. Why is that?
I had an A&R following me.
Wow. A&R
artist. Someone that's like a scout.
Yeah, scouter for like record labels.
From Epic Records. At that time,
Epic.
That time Michael Jackson was in that label, and he wanted to sign me out. And all I wanted to do was sing in church.
No, I'm not ready for the big leagues.
I
I'm
didn't
going to
even
stay in the
understand.
church.
And everywhere I went, because I used to sing in a group called the Creation Singers, and wherever we went, he would follow.
Wow.
And he would also bring other people to
scout you
hear
too?
me and stuff. And he really wanted to sign me, and I guess he saw that I wasn't so into that,
That field, yeah.
And even now, my brother's like, "What were you thinking? What happened? What was wrong with you?"
Like you could have taken us out the hood. It's your fault we here still. I could have been out here in LA. It's all right.
Got this opportunity, and after that he just disappeared. He's like, I just can't with this girl.
Wow.
But learning about Christ, learning about how he died on the cross, it's just once you know the story, it's your responsibility now.
Yeah.
He put it on you.
Yeah.
To spread. And if you don't do it, if everybody that has a gift just go leave it and go out there, who's going to do the job?
That's true. There won't be anybody else left.
And he just did so much for us that I want the world to know.
Yeah.
And as you can see, what's going on out there.
Yeah.
People need the Lord.
Yeah, it's tragic out there.
People need the Lord, and any little thing, if you could, words of encouragement through music and stuff, that is so helpful.
Yeah.
People are committing suicide.
Yeah.
I can't think of me, and I just want to make it big, and I have to think of them. How can I bring this person to Christ, closer to Christ?
That's amazing. That's amazing. That's your ideology behind making music, because nowadays people don't care about that anymore. You know what I'm saying? There's not much craft, much thinking that goes behind music anymore. It's just I'm making music to make the money, and then that's it.
Yeah.
You feel me? I remember what's his name, Andre 3000. He said that. He said nowadays there's no more art in music.
Yeah.
It's just a bunch of noise.
It's a bunch of noise.
It's a bunch of noise with no actual art and no actual, bringing or converting people.
Mm-hmm.
So to see that was your mission, to stay in the ministry, that's amazing, and you're gonna reap the rewards of that for sure.
Yeah. I hope the opportunity comes again.
She's like, I'm not missing it a second time. We get it out there with this one. We get it out with this one.
Can't turn it down, okay?
Nah, for sure. It's gonna come, man. And it's so amazing to know that, like, even after being married, even after having 3 children, you're now like fully diving in, you feel me? When she came in, she had her own manager, you know what I'm saying? Come on now. So to see that you're still going in with your passion, it shows that it's really never too late to start.
It's never too late.
It's really never too late.
God is like, age don't matter. Just do what you got to do.
Yeah.
I'm with you, So that's what I depend on his word.
Yeah.
To give me wisdom and encouragement.
Yeah.
I need that. Parents need that, because I'm trying to do both.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going to church, and I'm passing by homeless people. People that don't know. I'm just going to church, and I'm like, we have to do better. How can we reach them? They need to be reached. We got to do more. We got to do more outreach.
Yeah, definitely important outreach. The church got to get more out there.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I mean, me personally, we got a single that came out. You feel me? Amazing Grace. If you guys don't know, check it out. Matter of fact, why am I doing the work? You feel me? Go ahead and tell the people about your single that's out. You feel me? I personally listen to it. I support it. It's heat. It's a little bit of a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You don't feel that Caribbean vibe to it. So go ahead and tell the people about your single that just came out. Feel me? So they can support you.
It's a single that came out like about over a month ago.
Yeah.
Called Amazing Grace. We just added a little flavor to it.
Come on now, we need that.
We can't live without his grace.
Yeah.
Just wanted to change that song up. The meaning is so powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel me? And we were supposed to Ben have it, feel me? I think you told me you got a Grammy nomination.
Yeah.
You feel me? We ain't gonna skip by that. You know what I'm saying?
Well, last year I released another holiday single called Silent Nights. And I had Nerva Altino. I don't know if you ever heard of him, but he featured in it.
Wow.
The CD, that song, and people loved it. And then a friend heard it, and another friend heard it, and that friend put my name, that song, in the Grammy to be submitted in the Grammy. That was last year.
Wow.
Because he liked it so much, he just wanted to put my name in there, and the same thing this year
with this
song, Amazing Grace. They submitted my name.
Wow.
And so it's for possible nomination.
Okay.
So it's
come on now. So this is why we got to get it out there. You feel me? Go listen to the song, man. It's on iTunes, Apple Music. Like I said, it's a vibe. You feel me? This a thing you listen to after you fresh out the shower on a Friday night. You feel me? And you just bumping. So let's get back to the motherhood now. Feel me? We got to know a little bit more about Maggie, Miss Maggie. You feel me? Now let's bring back the motherhood hat. You feel me? Let's touch a little bit on postpartum, because it's not really talked much about, postpartum depression, about how it feels after you're pregnant. I want you to touch a little bit more about that, if you can.
Well, I loved being home with my kids. I loved it. But I knew I had to go back to work. And that's where I was starting to get a little sad and depressed, because I didn't want to miss the stages, the walking. I want to be the first to see my child walk. I want to be the first to see my child this or that. So I was a little down, when I had to go back to work. But that was pretty much it. I was pretty sad about that. But after that, working, going back to work and mingling with my friends, my co-workers, it helped balance things.
Okay.
But I couldn't wait to go back home, because I'm talking to my kids, I'm talking to my coworkers about my kids all day long,
That's all you can think about.
Showing them pictures and telling them stories. And when I get back home, I'm just so happy. And then I have to do the same thing again.
And then the next day, and the next day.
And the next day, and the next day. But I thank God that I was okay.
You was okay?
I was sad, but it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a touchy subject, because it's not really talked about that much. So to see that you didn't have much effect with you, because it seems like you just ran home after work. You wasted no time.
Get out the way.
You wasted no time. Okay.
No time.
So you said that, being away from your kids, it made you like kind of sad, because you didn't want to miss literally every little section of that. So would you say all of that is still part of the connecting with your children, and connecting and building the growth of the connection between you both?
Yeah, I mean, I miss them more. When I come home, I just like start biting them up.
So just start biting them up.
I call them, they're called my crunchies.
Oh, okay. Oh.
There's Crunch a Munch, Randall. There's Crunch a Bunch, Sophia.
Okay.
Wait, no, sorry. Crunch a Munch is Randall. Crunchette is Sophia. And Crunch a Munch is Alan.
That is so cute.
Their names, till now, I still call them that. And I call them baby boy, big boy, baby girl. I have that connection, and I the bond, it's important to have that bond with
Yeah.
them. And I know they're older and they want to do things and they're like, Mommy, please,
You know, give them
but I
space.
still show them a lot of love, a lot of care,
That is crazy. Nah, that's so true because my mom still call me Petit Amour till now.
Aw.
She'd be like, wait, so is it Petit Amour or Grand Amour? And I'm like, it's all right, Mom, you could call me Petit Amour. You could call me Petit Amour, I'll let you have it,
Aw.
So yeah,
That's
it doesn't
cute.
change,
Mhm.
So you just gotta take it in, you feel me?
Yeah.
You just gotta take it in. That is so cute. That is so cute.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Kangaroo Care. Kangaroo Care real quick. The whole first touch. You know what I'm saying? When you first have birth, and then usually how we see it in the movies, or we don't know. I don't know how it is in real life. I have not been in an operating room. In movies, it's usually you have the kid, and then they take the kid and give you, the kid, and you have that little first touch with the kid. I believe that's called a Kangaroo Care. You know what I'm saying? Like, was that something you experienced, or did they just take the kid and put it
Thinking about
somewhere?
it, I think they let me hold the baby for a brief second, and then they
Took it back.
took the baby to clean it. And then handed me back the baby.
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
So did you have like a little, what are you doing back there with my kid? Like, what's taking so long?
Yeah, I was I was still like, oh my gosh. I was still, sweating and
In the
everything.
moment?
But when the time came, they gave me back the baby and I was just holding it. And it's a beautiful, beautiful experience.
It's a beautiful experience.
Beautiful experience.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So you mentioned something. I want to go back quickly. You mentioned something about, you said that you want to be there for them, but they're like, Mom, like, let me do my thing. You feel me? So how do you go about balancing that? Knowing when to be there for them when they make a mistake, you know what I'm saying? Be there for them when you know they need you versus letting life, have its way with them through their own consequences and stuff like that. So how do you go about balancing that as a parent?
Well, you have to let them go through the experience, but as a mother, you still have to warn them. You warn them what happened, what can happen if you go that route, and if they still don't want to listen,
That's on them.
That's on
Yeah.
them. But
Yeah.
I'm always talking in their ears, always. Okay, they listen. Sometimes they want to do their thing. Okay, but as long as I've done my part in telling them and warning them, I don't feel bad.
Okay.
It's hard. You don't want them to fall.
Of course. Yeah.
You don't want them to suffer, but they're up there. They're getting older, and they're like, let me experience it. Let me,
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, but at the same time, I'm like, Lord, please, please help the child.
Save my children.
Save my children, Lord, please.
It's crazy out here for real.
It's crazy, Lord. Yeah, they do that, but I'm constantly praying. I'm constantly praying. Every day I'm praying for them.
Yeah, that's a tough situation to be in, like to not want them to go that way, but then it's like you can't really control what's happening. You feel me? My mom always used to give the story about, like, I can't grab you and tell you don't go down that road because there's a hole there. But as the parent, she'll tell me, hey, down there's a hole. Be careful.
Yeah.
So it's up to you now to be like, okay, my mom always wants what's best for me.
Yeah.
So if she tells me don't go down that road, there's a hole there, maybe I should listen.
Yeah.
But if I go down that hole, a mother is still gonna come there, even when you fall down the hole, to come and help you pick you up. So it's a crazy situation to be in,
It's crazy.
And it's the same thing with discipline. So you'll see a mother like discipline the kid, or you know what I'm saying, and the kid will start crying, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry. And it's like, it's a hard situation to be in, but I don't know. That balancing is something I think everybody has to go through as a
Yeah.
parent, and
Yeah.
you just got to find what works for you.
Yeah.
But it seems like it's a very tough situation to be in.
It's tough, but they know. I see them praying and stuff on their own.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing their studying, their research. They have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
So they're doing their studying and they're learning. So, um, I can only pray and hope that God will lead them, and He will lead them. I mean,
Yeah.
they're searching.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I'm like, okay, just please, Lord, protect them. When they were younger, it's one type of headache.
Mhm.
When they're older, it's another type of headache.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's interesting. That is interesting. Oh, that's something I wanted to ask. In terms of, you see how you said the connection between your mom, helped you with music, then you also helped, your children being connected to music. How do you feel about parents that, usually project their own dreams onto the children, what I'm saying, and try to live their lives through the children, while the children, that might not be what they want to do and stuff like that. So what are your thoughts about, a situation like that?
Well, we all want them to be have the best, have the best profession, make their money, you don't want them to struggle. You
Of
want
course.
them to be um, have their own. But yeah, you have to let them. If they don't want to be a doctor, then you can't force them to be a doctor.
Come on now, talk about it. Or engineer, or nurse.
Yeah.
Right? That's all they know. Nurse, doctor, engineer. If you're not one of them three, you ain't anything.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is to a Caribbean parent.
Yeah, because you because you don't want them to be miserable,
Sure.
because they're in this profession because you forced it on them. Down the line, will they be happy? You want them to be happy and doing the things that they love.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's
Mhm.
amazing. I do have a question for you, because I've had this question. Well, I had the discussion with a friend of mine, and then she was telling me that it's hard for you to be both your children friend and parent at the same time. I want to know what you think about that, in terms of, can you be your child's friend while at the same time be the parent? Because it's one of them bound to overlap one another sometimes.
I am their friend, yeah, but I'm a parent that
You're a
is
parent
a
at the end
friend.
of that. So it mingles for you.
Yeah.
You feel me? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to make sure I play that role as a parent, because you don't want them to just think, okay, you're just a friend, and don't really see that parent role.
For sure.
You want them to see that parent role that they can depend on. Yeah, so I think it's a mixture of two.
It's a mixture of two.
More parent friend.
More parent friend. Okay. Okay, I hear that. This is good. I like it. Well, anything that you want to let, what I'm saying, that you feel like every parent should know, do, when it comes to this, title that's on your head. You feel me? Last episode, at the guest, he said that when he got married and he got the title of a husband, he's like, he sees everything differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, he now has somebody that he has to take care of, so it's like he moves differently. He gets a different type of respect, So now, in terms of parenthood, what do you think, once you get that hat on your head, what are some things that you can expect, once you get into that title?
It's a title that was given to me by God.
Oh, wow.
And I have to take it seriously, and just know that good times, bad times, stressful times, he got my back, because he gave me these children. It's just trusting God. He will help you with caring for your children.
Okay.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a big responsibility. It's a big
responsibility.
I feel like as soon as you pass the title fiance, life is just here with it. You feel me? You pass fiance, and then after that, you pass. Once you're married, you become a husband or a wife. That title is on you now, and then now the next step is. I feel like it's just life, just back to back.
The Bible says, that train up your child in the way that he should go.
Yeah.
So that when he's older, he will not depart from it.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I have to remember to train, to do my part.
Yeah.
To train my children in a way, that he should go.
Yeah.
Even if we see they're a little off, you've done what you could. So, hopefully they'll go back on that path
that you set for them.
So that's very important because if I'm not doing my part, then I'm gonna be held responsible.
Yeah.
So it's important that that text is very important.
Yeah.
For everyone to know.
Yeah. Train them in the way that they're supposed to go. That's crazy because it's like good or bad. It always comes back to the parents.
Yeah.
You do good. Wow, who raised this young man?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You do bad. Who's the where's the mother? Like who raised her? Who raised her? What? Yeah. So it's like you can't escape it. So I feel like that's why I'm seeing it's crazy to me that I'm seeing a lot of young, what I'm saying, people, just having kids or just willingly wanting. Well, I'm not gonna say willingly, but some are choosing to be single parents, or some are just accepting whoever they're with to just become parents without knowing the kind of hardship that comes with it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's beautiful. Like it's a title that's given to you by God, because that's what God wants you to do at the end of the day. He wants you to multiply. So it comes with it's a big baggage that you just can't just want to do willy-nilly. Like it's normalized now. So I don't know, man. Me, I feel like that's why having children is tied with marriage, because you can't do it by yourself. It's a two people's game when it comes to parenthood.
It is.
And
it is.
Go ahead. You was gonna say something.
Yeah, you have to teach your children to honor your father and your mother.
Yeah.
So that you can live long in the land that the Lord your God has given you.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening these days, but they're not honoring.
They're not.
A lot of the young people.
Yeah.
They have to care for their parents. Love their parents. Obey, be obedient. Be respectful. All that is important. We do our part, but we have to train them to learn to respect your elders.
Yeah.
All that is important.
Well, that is important. It's important. It's a lot of work, man. It's a two-way street.
Yeah.
For it to work, it's really a two-way street. Parent has to put in the work. Children has to put in the work.
Yeah.
My mom always used to tell me it's like she feels like the more she tightened the knot on one end, retighten, loosen it up on the other hand. You feel me? And so she's like, I'm trying over here. You feel me? But I can't do it all by myself.
Yeah.
To get the connection to be stronger, to get the connection to be tighter. While I'm tightening it on one side, us, the children, should be tying it too on the other side. So it's really a two-way street.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask one more thing. You feel me? Conflict. We can't escape it. We can't do anything about it. It's a part of life. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to conflict within your family, if it's not too much, how do you know what I'm saying, go about, handling conflict within the family?
We have family meetings.
Meeting talk again. It's the meeting talk again. Wow. Okay.
We have family meetings to discuss things that may be troubling us or even troubling them. If we see a pattern, we talk about it. We don't just let it go. We try to put a stop to it.
Nip it in.
But definitely, they have to know that, what they're doing concerns us. It bothers us.
Yeah.
And we want to know why this is being done, and it has to change because this is not the Christian way, and we have to be an example. And the same thing, those kids of mine, they will tell me the truth about me and about daddy.
Oh, man.
They will have their meetings too.
They're conspiring. We got family meetings soon. That's good though.
And that's important to try to solve a problem.
Yeah.
And any conflict. It's okay if let them talk. Let them speak their mind.
Yeah.
If they have an issue with me and daddy, gotta talk.
That's crazy.
And they do. They really
don't talk about it. That's really insane because that's one of the major things within the Caribbean household. It's just I'm the adult. I'm the adult. I'm right all the time. What you tell about me is not right. You know what I'm saying? And that's just something that you see every single time, and which is also what's not even bridging the gap. It's actually making us more feel farther away from our parenthood. But it's so amazing that you and your family, you have such a great example of how it is, and that's how it truly is, though. In the white people, that's how it is in white people. You feel me? They have family meetings. Like there was this one video went viral where, though the family is scattered, one kid is in college, the other one is away. They know that it's a mandatory family meeting every month to come and talk, to come and plan out what to do next, to come and plan out how to keep the family, tighter, how to keep the family connected. And so to see that you have that in your household, that is a great example that I feel like everybody should have. Crazy, because this is the second meeting talk for us, because when we had the episode about brotherhood, he was like the best way to keep the brotherhood tight is to have meetings with your friends, with your brothers, to make sure like, hey, this is what's going on, whether good or bad, that we can not have bridge within us, to protect the brotherhood. So that's actually pretty amazing.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. when I feel they're disrespectful.
Of course.
Watch it now.
Of course. That's when the parent come out.
That's when the ghetto.
No disrespect. The friendly parent is out. You feel me? Disrespect.
I call it the ghetto. The ghetto Maggie comes out.
Come on now.
From the street.
Nah,
let me show you something.
Like, we can take it outside.
Take it outside.
Nah, that's good. That's good though.
But I am blessed. I have wonderful children.
Yeah.
Who loves the Lord.
Yeah.
And who is searching and seeking. And let me tell you, another thing I have to say, I could be, they're very giving. Oh, mommy, let's, here, mommy, daddy, here. They may not have a lot, but they're just so helpful around the house.
That's great.
Their groceries here. Anything. They're just very, very helpful. And I thank God for them. I thank God.
That is great. That is great.
Oh.
That is great. Because there's some kids that just in and out. In and out. They don't care what's going on in the house.
Yeah, you have to also teach them responsibility. You have to help out in the house.
Yeah.
Even so, you have your money, okay, but remember tithing.
Yep, of course, very important.
Remember, you got to help with the groceries, and then there's laundry. You got to,
of course,
so they know how to share, to help, and And I thank
That's
God for
amazing.
that. Yeah.
That's amazing. That's the connection. Because if they're just doing this, just to do it, shows how much they care about you as the mother and how much they care
Yeah.
about the father also.
Yeah.
So that's pretty amazing. That's
Yeah.
pretty amazing. Shout out, like I said, I know Randall. Shout out Randall. He made this happen because what I'm saying. I came to him like, yo, keep it 100 with me. I'm like, keep it 100 with me. Would you say you and your, what I'm saying, you and your mom have a great relationship? He's like, yo, I love my mom. He's like, we all three do. I love my mom. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, that's perfect. I'm like, would she say the same about you? He was like, yup. So that, right? So it was pretty good to see that, on both sides. It's the same energy, and that's really amazing. I do want to ask though, you full into the music career, your children's support. How is that for you when it comes, to your music?
Oh, they're supportive. They pray for my music ministry because they know I'm really trying to push. So they know that's my passion.
Yeah.
That really is my passion. They're always, asking me questions. They're very helpful, giving me ideas
Yeah.
of what to do. Since they're in the social media,
Mm-hmm.
they're like, oh, you need to do this. You need to put your music here. You need to put your music there. And but they're very, very, very supportive.
That's
Always
amazing.
there. And like I said, I'm very, very grateful, very thankful for my 3 children. And, like I said, I want them to share the stage with me. Mando, he plays also the drums.
The drums, that's my guy.
Sophia, she sings, plays the piano.
Yeah.
Alan, the guitar.
Guitar,
He's always guitar.
That boy rock star.
But they're very, very supportive. And my husband is very supportive as well.
Amazing.
He believes in my music ministry. So that support system is very important.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to have the singles and the album without them.
Yeah.
Without their support.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because there are many times I had to go to studio and record, and my husband's home with the kids, and I'm
go do your thing
late.
Sheesh.
I come in the morning, and the kids are asleep and stuff. Sometimes the kids want to come with me. Sometimes I bring them.
You bring them, of course.
They can't make noise.
Of course.
So it's very helpful. It's so helpful to know that you have a support. If I didn't have it, I don't know.
Might not have you here right now.
Yeah.
Might not have you, the artist, here right now. That's amazing, though. That gotta be a beautiful feeling.
It is.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Mommy, it's time to next level."
They putting some pep in your step.
Yes. You gotta keep rehearsing, keep doing this. You gotta keep at it,
That's beautiful. Now that the roles reverse. Nah, then your head. That's facts.
Yes, they really say you have to try different avenues.
Yeah.
To get this done.
That's amazing. That kind of support, man, is you really can't find it everywhere. And that's why it's amazing to have that from your family. That is amazing. That is amazing. I ain't gonna lie. Amen, for real. Well, we come to that segment now where 3 message, you feel me, that you got to give to parents or to specifically, single mothers, parents, of course, the 2-headed households. What message? Let's go one by one. What is a message that you will tell to that one that's watching you right now, that's a single mother doing her thing right now? What would you say to her?
Keep doing your thing. Don't give up, no matter how stressful it could be. Just know that God is with you, and He'll see you through the bad times and the stressful times and the depressing times. He's there for you. You're not alone. And just know that.
He's there with you.
He's there with
To
you.
be honest. And what would you say to the newly parents? You know what I'm saying? The ones that's fresh, that just found out that the pregnancy test came back with 2 lines. What would you tell them going into this new journey of being a parent? It's okay to eat meat. Don't go veggie your first year.
That's a good one.
You come right back to eating meat, man.
Yeah, that's a good one. Again, everything is God centered. You just let Him lead your family. You know, let Him be the center of the family. It's just the beginning. You know, it's gonna be all right.
Eat your meat.
But it's a beautiful thing, and just know that you're gonna be fine. You know, you're gonna be fine, and just go with God.
To be honest, that's really it. To be honest, you said it all.
Just go with
Feel
God.
me? Make him the center and just go with him.
Yeah.
Make him the center and just go with him.
Make him the center.
Oh man. Well, the next segment here now, of course, if you have any questions for me, you know what I mean? When it comes to, I guess, this topic or anything, doesn't matter. You feel me? A question or 2, doesn't matter. If you don't have any, that's okay. You feel me? We can keep it pushing. But yeah.
Well, I know you're a musician.
Yes, I am. I play
and
the
you're
drums.
doing all this. What is your passion?
My passion is content creating. Yeah, I figured it out every time I wanted to give up. You feel me? I tell this story every time. I never stop telling it. Every time I wanted to stop creating content. I think I started creating content back in 2017, right after college. I was on my do-rag phase with the waves and all of that. Yeah, so I started then, and every time I stopped or I wanted to give up, God always sent me the sign. I would always, like, same way you said you had the support system, I always had support, whether it came from my friends or strangers. And it hit me even harder when it came from strangers. You feel me? Because it's like, it'll be people I haven't spoken to 5-6 years. That's like, yo, I seen your videos, man. Keep going. You know, so when I get that message, I'm like, okay, God, thank you. You feel me? And the moment that I knew this was it for me and I locked into it was in December. I was like, man, forget all this. I don't want to do this anymore. You feel me? Then it hit me home because this was supposed to be a 2-person, you know, podcast. But you know, my co-host left me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, shout out to her though. You feel me? But nah, just no love lost. But yeah, at that moment, it was just, I was in complete, not depression, but I was completely sad for like a whole week. And he had to call me to get me back in mode. But literally the moment I was ready to give up, I woke up the next day and then my devotion was like, don't give up on your dreams. I'm like, all right, God, you know what I'm saying? Thank you, I got it. And so I'm locked in.
Amen.
I'm locked in. So this is it. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. Music is still my love. You feel me? Drumming is still my love. Can't give that up too.
No,
that's a gift that if I don't use it, God's He gonna ask me what I did with it.
Yes.
You know, so content creation and music is the goal for the next years. You know. Amen. Yes. Thank you.
And how is your relationship with your parents? Do you have siblings?
I do.
Okay.
I have a brother and a sister.
Okay.
When I turned 21, me and my brother got close. You know, but anything under that, I wasn't on his bracket yet. You know.
Wait, who's older?
I'm the last one. So my sister's the oldest, and then my brother's the middle one. I'm the last one.
I'm
so
the last one too.
Oh, look at that! Let's go. Last ones. Woo! You feel me? I'm close to my brother now. Well, since I turned 21, because it's a lot of stuff that he couldn't, you know, teach me really because I wasn't of age. My sister, me and my sister's relationship is a little bit like, it's like I will give you a perfect example of how me and my siblings roll. In public, we do not know each other.
What?
In public,
that?
he's his name. I'm my person, and that's her. She's her person. But when there's an emergency, we locked in. You feel me? Hey, that's my
Oh.
brother. You better not play with. That's
That's
my sister.
right.
You better.
That's
you feel me? But
right.
no emergency, no problem. Oh yeah, that's him. He's okay. You know what I'm saying? All right. Yo, she's the best. You know, she's all right. You know what I mean? That's how we roll. You know, but it's not like the love is not there, the connection is not there. It's just like we were not born back to back to back, so
Okay.
we didn't have that real connection. You know, my sister was born first, and she had the the one that had to step up to take care of my brother, and then me. So it's like
Okay.
we're like literally a few years apart. So the stuff for us to bond through or to get our connection stronger, we can't really bond with because we're all different bracket. You know, my sister's older generation, my brother's mid, I'm new. So we're in three different, you know what I'm saying, seasons in all our lives. So the connection is there, as in like when there's any, you know what I'm saying, problems or troubles and stuff, we come through for each other.
Okay.
But in terms of what you up to, bro, or what you up to, sis, it's like, oh, you too young. What you I'm gonna learn from you, you know? But you know, hey, all love though, always. In terms of me and my mom and dad, my mom is my mom, you know. The old generation, you know, my dad, love my dad, you know, locked in with my dad. He's more of a, you know, gives you the space, he listens, gives you the space to speak, gives you the, you know, lets you be you. You know what I'm saying? And he understands also. So me and my dad were locked in, you know, and his support is 100%, you know. I even surprised. My mom too knows about this, supports it too. I was surprised, you know?
That's nice.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, mom, Mondays, you know where I'm at. She's like, studio? Why we call it? Every time I'm like, mom, I'm going. She's like, why we call it? I'm like, yeah, you know. When they see my stuff, they tell me, like my dad usually when he sees me on YouTube, he's like, yeah, I saw your video, you know. And so that's pretty good. Like they give me the support.
That's good.
You know, so I can't complain. You know, shout out the OGs.
Oh,
you know?
Wow. That's
so
wonderful.
that's shout out to the fam.
Wow.
You know. So yeah, I'm grateful. I'm happy for my family.
Amen.
You feel me? I'm happy for my family, so I can't complain. You feel me? But whoa, this was good. This was good. I enjoyed this episode. It was so calm. Oh, please go ahead. I love questions.
So how long did you have this studio?
We started back in 2020.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this itself, February. But yeah, we've been recording here since 2020, but we started the podcast in February.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we're fresh.
Okay.
We're fresh, but we growing.
You're
you
growing.
Feel me?
Wow.
We growing, we here. But
you're doing big things.
Yes. Hopefully. The goal is to turn this to $1 billion company.
Okay. You got to think big.
Feel me? Yes. So the vision is clear here. I have an amazing team, studio managers. My cameraman stuck doing the midterm. You feel me? But we got an editor also. So pretty proud of the team. Everybody's here is focused on the goal. Like the thing with this entertainment industry is you don't see the results of your work until 2-3 years in. But it's like those same 2-3 years are the most important years because that's the year that sets you up. Yeah. So to have a bunch of guys that's just locked in with me, I don't pay, I don't put nobody on NDA. Everybody that's on the team or all my bros or all my friends from day one. So it's amazing environment, and it's all God's hands. You know what I mean? Handpicked everybody. So yeah, I'm grateful.
Wow! Congratulations!
Grateful. Thank you so much.
Like I said, it looks great.
Thank you. Thank you. $10,000 studio. Oh man. But we reached that next segment now, which is the supporters free segment. So that segment you get to, you know, shout out anybody or any works or any businesses that you want to let the world know about.
Well, I have to give a shout out to my brother's manager.
Come on now.
Taylor Garnier, who has pushed my music ministry for years.
Let's go.
He put it all out. He gave it his all. He's the one that I also sang in the national anthem for the Knicks and the Nets.
Oh,
and
wow.
Liberty for 12 consecutive years.
Oh, wow.
And actually, the Nets called today. Nets called Taylor today to try to get me in somehow.
Oh, wow.
So he's the man that makes things happen.
Let's go.
And I want to give him a shout out. Thank you, Taylor Garnier, and my brother Jubert Garnier, who's my musical director.
Oh, wow. It's a family business.
Yeah. Whatever music you hear, even in the past, he put them together, and I have to say thank you to him.
Yeah.
Thank you to my husband, my children, my mom.
Yes. Mama.
All my family, my friends that supported me over the years. So I give a shout out to them all and thank you.
Of course. Me, I want to give a shout out to everybody supporting. You feel me? Please, I'm telling y'all right now, if you haven't already, go ahead and listen to Amazing Grace. It's actually an amazing song. Thank you once again for coming. Thank you for the vulnerability. Hope you guys really learn a few things here. Listen, remember, have the meetings with your family, man. For real. You feel me? Of course, keep everything God-centered. Keep God first, and everything else you want will be given unto you. So definitely, parents, open that space. Give your children an opportunity to be children. Let them speak, not disrespectfully, but give them a platform, give them a space where they can come to you and feel comfortable without a judgment. You know what I'm saying? And just know that stepping into this field of parenthood or adding this hat onto you is one heavy burden, that God specifically gave to you. You feel me? So you should look at it as a blessing and not as a burden. So once again, thank you so much. This was a very insightful episode. You feel me? Hope you guys also learned a few things. Don't forget to definitely comment down below your thoughts on these topics. Definitely subscribe with the bell on so you can get these videos every single week when we drop. And once again, thank you, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for watching this episode. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like and definitely comment your thoughts on these topics so we can continue these conversations down in the comments, and definitely subscribe with the bell on so you can get our videos every time we drop. Now, if you haven't already, watch our previous episode on connections, and I hope you can definitely enjoy it. See you there.
You can't have a certain level of connections if y'all don't go through trials and tribulations. Because if it's all nothing but happy days and sunshines and rainbows, what are y'all going through to test whether or not this love is strong?